Curtis Anton Beseda is a well-known right-winger. In fact, he's so extreme in his positions that he decided to take action into his own hands and did not only protesting in front of abortion clinics, because he was so vehemently pro-life and cared so much about life, that he did bombings of those clinics. Now look, that was back in the 1980s, and as they explain here, he set 3 nighttime fires there in 1983 and 1984, eventually forcing the Women's Health Clinic to close. He was also convicted of an arson at a Bellingham clinic. So in his case, he obviously lit the places on fire. Now, could that have killed people? Of course it could have, but this guy's pro-life, right? Now, he was sentenced to 20 years in prison for that. He didn't do the full 20 years. He got out in 96, and then he violated his parole, went back in 97, and got out in 2003. So he served time for trying to cause significant bodily harm to people, obviously, right? But he does it in the name of right-wing conservative family values. So why is he in the news now? Well, you can see there that he was caught on camera. What was he caught on camera doing? Well, the report explains. On Saturday, a man believed to be Beseda approached an 11-year-old girl who was waiting for her father outside a restroom located in Snohomish, Washington, Fred Meyer grocery store. Pressing his body against hers and grinding his pelvis into her backside, the man fondled her buttocks and thighs while whispering in her ear that he would buy her the drink she was carrying if she would just follow him outside. Family values. Now, luckily, the girl ran and found her father, and then her father called the police, and then they found this guy. Now, they think they know who he is. They haven't located him. At the time of this article, they had not yet seized him, right? But they show people the tape, and he does this trademark thing. He's apparently got a lot of issues. Every time he walks into a store, he walks in, then out. And the clown on the video walks out of the store and then in and out again. Probably has some OCD issues. Everybody that looks at him goes, yeah, that looks like him, and that's exactly what he does every time, right? And everybody who knows him says, yeah, well, he's super weirdo around women. Now let's go back to the abortion fires for a second. Video taken, connecting the two stories, Raw Story explains, video taken inside the store corroborates the girl's version of the events. It was also store video that allowed several local people to identify Beseda, who's reportedly notorious in the area after his decades of malicious acts against women's health centers, right? So this guy's definitely got issues with women and apparently girls. But one more here from the Everett Herald. The Herald also said that one caller to the police reported that Beseda frequents an Everett restaurant where he makes the female employees uncomfortable. Now, I tell you this story. Look, this is an interesting story of a guy who's obviously got issues and obviously tremendous, overwhelming hypocrisy, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, put aside the child molestation, the hypocrisy of I'm pro-life, that's why I'm going to burn the place down and anybody in it, right? And then possibly kill them and more people. But the other thing is, when you see somebody protesting about, oh my God, you know, I care so much about this issue, and taking extreme action like this, violent physical action like this, be careful, man. He's got other issues. You think he's doing that because he cares so much about religion, cares so much about morals, cares so much about family values? No! He's doing it because he's got some own internal psychological damage relating to women. And everywhere he goes, he takes it out on women. And every once in a while, they'll tell you, no. Look, am I saying that all pro-life people are like this? No. Okay, there's a lot of earnest people who really believe that life begins at conception and they want to protect things that they believe are life forms. And then there are some of them, like this guy, who do have issues with women and who think, I'll just use this as an excuse. They might not consciously think that, but at least on a subconscious level, they think, great, this allows me to burn down that women's health center, and wherever he goes, he makes women uncomfortable, let alone when he attacks 11-year-old girls.